Okay, kitties. Sorry, I got to make this one quick and dirty again. But like I said, there's been a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, we had a death in the near family. Well, death in the family, I should say. It was close enough. And that's why things got knocked a little bit off on schedule this week. That's also why I've been putting these videos up pretty quick for the last couple days. But also, there's not a whole lot going around about Series 9 in these last couple days that I haven't already covered. So this one's going to just compile a couple things. When there's one or two new things, nothing big. I hate to put a downer on it, but like I said, nobody's talking. So far, nobody on the inside is giving out anything. I'm not kidding. It's like the Cockney Ninjas have come out in full force. Poor guys out there who work in the cafeteria line or something on the set are getting knocks on their door and they're like, Governor, you might be tempted to mention that little rumor. Why am I sounding Australian for a Cockney Ninja? But okay, let's go ahead and let's take a look at what we do have. All right, first up, this came up on the Instagram feed today from Doctor Who. And this is pretty interesting here. I'm still wondering what the heck this thing's supposed to be in the side of this skull and what this whole skull has to do. And remember, there's other images that have popped up from the Instagram page. Go back and take a look at them, review at them. See if you can put any of it together. There's been a lot of weird stuff. But this right here is one of the weirdest so far. Look at that thing right there. It's like he's got a nipple sticking out the side of his skull, or some kind of data jack maybe. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Okay. Next up, this was where they were doing filming at right now. This over at the G-Cell facility over in it's what you call it? It's near I know it's down in Wales. I think it's just near Cardiff. Once again, it's a closed set. It's private property, so nobody can get in, take photos or anything like that. So we're not going to get anything out of that. So no joy there. Okay, this one right here, quickly over on Den of Geek, is just basically compiling a lot of the stuff we've already heard into one big, thing. Such as, we basically compiled the stuff we found out that Peter Capaldi said about the possibility of Kykailos, popping up. Also about the possibility that, they're going to tie in his scene from Error of the Zygons, that little thing where he popped up, the infamous eyebrow scene right here. You folks know it as Day of the Doctor, but for me, to the end of time, it will be Error of the Zygons. I have to thank Phil for that title because he's the one who came up with it. But it's very, very fitting. So this right here is what, Capaldi, once again, they're talking about tying in the eyebrow scene from Day of the Doctor, and also, the fact that Kykailos may be popping up and things along that line. Also, Michelle Gomez, remember, they go into that a little bit about that particular filming location. It was a park that was used in one of the Sarah Jane Adventures episodes. Also in The Girl Who Waited, that one episode where Amy got old because of the alternate timeline, blah, blah, blah. That weirdo facility with the hand bots, that thing. That little chestnut. And then, so she's saying there's a possibility of a connection between that site. Now, also, we have here, about Jenna Coleman revealing that she thinks, this is a quote we've gone over once again before. We're going to do a little refresher about she thinks what Danny's death has done to Claire kind of changed her whole perspective on life and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, and once again, they've linked up the entire San Diego Comic-Con panel right there. So, it's just basically a review of stuff we've already gone over, but I figured it's all right here. Den of Geek does a good job of compiling these things. So if you've missed anything over the last week or two, all of it's right here just about. I ran through this, and it's a nice sum up of what's we do know about Series 9 from the last couple weeks in Comic-Con and whatnot. So, like I said, not a whole lot of actual Series 9 news that's going around. I'm not kidding. It's like Cockney Ninjas have shown up at the frickin' door of every single frickin' employee who shows up on set. It's just gotten nuts. Like poor little pizza boys who show up to drop off things for the caterers or something are getting knocks on their doors in the middle of the night, from guys going, "Hey, Governor, that little thing you saw being filmed the other day? Well, I got me little magic nunchucks here that might want to dance all over your little head." Oh my God, why am I sounding like a frickin' Australian to be a Cockney Ninja? All right, let's move on. And the last one I have for you today, and this one has nothing to do with Series 9, but the Pluto team, they are naming features on the planet Pluto after little things from Doctor Who and Star Trek. such as neighbor. All right, here we go. A large dark region on the moon, Charon, has been dubbed Gallifrey Macula after the Doctor's fictional home planet, and the neighboring rift is now called the TARDIS Chasma by the team that sent the robotic probe flying past on the 14th of July. There's the Vulcan Planum. There's also craters that have been given the names Kirk, Spock, Sulu, and Uhura. Other craters on Charon are now called Skywalker, Organa, and Vader. Another was named Ripley. Let's see. Others include that are being honored include Stanley Kubrick, who made the movie 2001. That movie, which I still can't figure out why everybody think it's the best thing since sliced bread, because I think I really had to struggle to make it through that movie all awake. And of course, there's one in tribute to Douglas Adams. Other features from important spacecraft, Challenger, Columbia, or those two are named after the two space shuttles that were destroyed in flight. There's a large crater that's now dubbed Bernie after the 11-year-old English girl who suggested Pluto for the distant world when it was first spotted in 1930. There's a mountain range being called Hillary Montes after Sir Edmund Hillary. You know about him. He climbed Mount Everest and things like that. Also, they announced they're going to call another range of mountains on this after his Sherpa guide, Tenzing Norgay. And like I said, there's a lot of interesting stuff, but I just thought it was cool that they're throwing these little names on there for this little bugger. So, okay. And like I said, I don't have a whole lot. Nobody's talking. I'm just getting little bits and pieces here and there. But, that can be a good thing. That can be a bad thing. It's a bad thing for me because I'm used to giving you guys a little bit of news, maybe a little hints, little things like that. But, sorry, I'm one of them little YouTube channels that don't have access to that kind of inside information unless I really dig. And trust me, I've been sticking my nose to the grindstone like mad, and nobody is saying anything. It's just a complete blackout. And the thing is, in a way I can't blame them because of last year's big debacle at the beginning of Series 8, where the first they had those scripts get out, then they had the first 5 episodes get leaked out. So they're really paranoid now. So also be very careful. There was an idiot running around on Instagram. I will not give his name, but he knows exactly who he is, who was putting out a picture of the 8th Doctor's console and saying it was currently at Rothlock Studios. He was going to be in the episode, and it was also going to be featured as a prop in episode 1, The Magician's Apprentice. And it turns out, from what I'm saying, he's totally bogus. I sat here and looked at this rather closely, and it's like, come on. You got one thing you've learned when you're watching this show. If it's too good to be true, chances are it's bullshit. That's my own variant on it. Keep that in mind. If it's too good to be true, then it's probably bullshit. It's probably not. And in this case, it definitely wasn't. Also, something hit me about the quote-unquote leaked script page in which someone was trying to make it look like the great alien nemesis force that's coming after them is the Celestial Toymaker. Yeah, it's a nice little fake script page there, and I stressed the word fake because they didn't even put stage directions on it to make it look authentic. It's just dialogue. There's no camera direction. There's no stage direction. There's no nothing. There's no actors notes. Nothing. So, good try, but take a nap, buddy. Oh, well, I hate to sound cynical, but these things happen. As I warned you, here come the hoaxsters. It's within a couple weeks of the Edinburgh Festival, and of course the series itself starts up on September 19th. So now here come all the guys going, I have the inside track on it. And trust me, we even had one of these guys running around in our local area claiming he already knows who the bad guy is. Yet, when I told him there was something going on in the one episode, he acted like I just, hit him with a sack of flour or something. He's like, I'm like, wait a minute, you're telling me you know all this, but you didn't know this was going to happen? Come on, dude. But that's the way it goes. Just remember, you're going to get a great show for Series 9. I think it's going to be fantastic. If they do half as good a job as they did for Series 8, I think we're all going to have a good season. But I'm going to get on out of here if I ramble on too long. Once again, remember, Omega Files this weekend is going to be series, Shakedown Return of the Suntarns. And it's a nice little independent feature. If everything goes well, the following weekend will be Downtime, which was another independently made fan-made movie. And I think you'll all enjoy it. Well, I'm out of here. Take care. Everybody have a good one. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.